Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk to you about what's going on in the gun world, we also discuss how we're going to fix it together. Well, my friends, it must be the merry season. 'Tis the season of AR bans because every state that has a blue tinge to it has come out with one recently. You've got Colorado talking about one, Michigan, you got New York, of course, you got Illinois, California, and now you can add Washington State to the list because there is a new one that we've got to discuss. Now, this is just another battle in the passage of the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation, and we are here for it. Everything is linked, as I mentioned, and if you are a new viewer, we would love to have you in the fold. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We need as many people in here as we can, be counted amongst friends, and help us pass the blessing on to the next generation. Thank you so much in advance for your consideration, but now, let's dive into this after a quick word from our sponsor, Core Essentials. Now, Core Essentials makes belts, specifically the gun belt that I'm wearing right now. These are extremely high quality belts. I've used them for over a year. I can only say positive things about them, and they're at least worth your time. Now, a couple things about these belts. They have a hidden track with over 40 size positions that you can adjust on the move, which makes it a perfect fit. The stiff power core center provides total support for your firearm and keeps it completely secure. Made with the highest, best quality materials and warranted for a year. This makes the best fitting, most comfortable, and secure gun belt you're ever going to wear. Thank you so much to Core, and thank you guys for listening, because it's something you might actually take part in on that one. But now let's dive into this Washington gun ban, because it wouldn't be the season of giving without giving an AR ban around, I guess. All right, so here's what we've got for you. Attorney General Ferguson, Governor Jay Inslee, set to propose 2 firearm safety measures, including a new bill. Now, this is as of 6 hours ago. So right now, the filming is around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We are talking about something that is hot off the presses out of Olympia. Attorney Bob Ferguson and Governor Jay Inslee will propose 2 common sense public safety measures for the upcoming legislative session. The first renews the call for a ban on the sale of military-style assault weapons. That's the 'tis the season part. The second is a new proposal that will ensure that gun manufacturers and dealers must take steps to prevent their weapons from getting into the wrong hands. Okay, the second one is it's a state-level insult to the PLCAA, the Protection on Lawful Commerce and Arms Act, the whole thing that protects manufacturers from the people who would use their products. Yeah, that whole bad boy. Well, the leftist states have been on these 2 tirades for a while. One, assault weapons are the bane of existence and everything bad in the world happens because of assault weapons, even though the statistical anomalies don't even reflect any kind of influence at all on gun violence, but that's besides the point. It's not about fact, it's about a scary image that they have to ban. The second thing is they want to sue the manufacturers out of existence. And the interesting part is the manufacturers also make handguns, they also make revolvers, they also make long guns. They make all sorts of things, including shotguns. But interestingly enough, it kind of gets lost once you start suing the manufacturers. But anyway, that's kind of a high level. Let's dive a little bit deeper because this is a quest for these people. They will never stop until we stop them. All right. The new proposal is called the Firearm Industry Responsibility and Gun Violence Victims Access to Justice Act. Whew. According to a release from the AG Ferguson's office, it will ensure that, quote, firearms manufacturers and sellers will face liability if they fail to establish, implement, and enforce reasonable controls in the manufacture, sale, distribution, and marketing of firearms. So you're covering the entire product life cycle from the manufacturing to the distribution, to the sales, to the marketing. And oh, by the way, it's not just manufacturers, it's also anybody who sells a firearm. So that's gun shops, pawn shops, anybody. In fact, that might even be looked at through a subjective lens to individual peer-to-peer transfers. It doesn't say that clearly, but that's potentially there. So what we're talking about is not only a outright ban on ARs across the board, you're also talking about an assault on the business cycle of firearms in the state of Washington. Now, a lot more details we're going to cover really in depth once we actually have the bill. This is just the announcement. All these goodies are only in what they're saying. They're not even showing you the bill yet. And this is going to come up next year, and that is why it's so crucial to join this channel, because we've got a fight on our hands. All right, so I got 2 more things for you. Check this out. The bill also ensures that the victims will have access to justice when the firearm industry fails to keep guns out of the wrong hands. So, again, the victims are going to have a path to sue the manufacturers, something out of New York. That's something that we've seen in the state of New York. They do the exact same thing. Now, again, they are not liable. They are not criminally liable for someone taking a car and driving it in a irresponsible manner, causing a wreck. No, that's perfectly fine. Life happens. But if you talk about a firearm, no, hold on. That's the manufacturers. They're clearly their fault. They're appealing to the inner machismo of a insecure society. it never ends. The reason that this is so subjective is because it's so subjective. That's the whole point. They're trying to be very specific on what they ban, but very broad on what they can sue for responsibility for. And here's the last thing. This will be the second time that Governor Inslee joins A.G. Ferguson to ban on military-style assault weapons. Okay, and herein lies the hope. So when you're looking at this is the second time they've done it. How dare they try to infringe upon it the second time? The reason they're at a second time is because they failed the first time. If they fail the first time, they can fail a second time. This is incredibly important. If you are in Washington, get ready. If you're in Michigan, get ready. If you're in Colorado, get ready. We've got a fight coming in the early months of 2023, and we are here for it, and we have your back. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.